Hello everyone and welcome to another Pokemon Pocket video. It's been a little bit of a while, but that's mainly because we've just not had much new content with the sort of repeat expansion that we've had over this past month. But today's the day we get the trailer for the new expansion that I believe is going to be releasing on the 30th of this month. And I will be on the front page of Twitch as well, streaming that first thing on release, so make sure to check it out. But I've not seen this trailer yet. Hopefully we see some good things. I think the trailer is just a trailer. I don't know if people are expecting some anniversary announcements or not. I guess we'll have to wait and see if that happens. But let's just check out the trailer. This is going to be my first reaction. We'll watch the whole thing and then we'll go back and have a look at the cards. So here we go. Okay, we have the three starters for the Megas. We've seen these. These are the only three cards we've seen. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We've seen the three Megas, but they've got starters we'll look at a bit later. 3 packs confirmed, of course. I know that was kind of confirmed anyway. Please don't tell me they're just going to show us these 3 Megas. Oh no, Mega Pinsir, okay. So we see the Mega Absol as well. Makes sense. Ampharos. I mean, Ampharos is like a crowd favorite Mega, so yeah, makes sense. Oh, okay. Some new items, obviously new supporters. And a good peek of some new cards as well. Mega Rising, Thursday, 30th of October. So yeah, I am going to be streaming that from literally launch. So make sure to swing by and check it out. But let's take a look at some of these cards. So first off, of course, we knew we were getting those 3 Megas initially. These are the... Oh, this is going to be interesting. So we have Magikarp with a 3-cost attack. What's this? Put this Pokemon... Wait. Something from your deck that evolves from this Pokemon. Oh, wait. So is Waterfall Evolution just 3-cost, draw your Gyarados and evolve it? Which seems to be the case, which is pretty good. This is just Combustion's just 2-cost, deal 50, sure. And then the Swablu has Sing, that's fine. Did we see enough Mega Pinsir? I'm trying to just skip forward. There we go. Oh, go back. Hold. Oh, hang on. I'm rubbish at this, guys. One sec. Someone's got to tell me to use the other keys, aren't they? Here we go. So Mega Pinsir is a basic Mega for 170 HP. 3 energy, 2 grass, 1 colorless, which is very important now with like babies knocking around, of course. Flip a coin if Ed's attack does 70 more. So it's 3 energy, deal 80. And it's a 170 health Mega. This could be pretty scary, actually, because this doesn't look like the best thing in the world, but with babies, being able to, say, turn 1 or turn 2 accelerate some energy, it's 170 health base, which is really good, a okay retreat cost, but then you add on to that the, Leaf Cape, all the extra heals or some extra heals that Grass has, never mind anything else that might be in this expansion, of course, but you add on all to the heals, and this could be like a fairly aggressive card, and then you have Will, of course, to guarantee the 70, which is going to be pretty nice. Like a 150 damage with Will without having to flip a coin. It seems okay. What else did we see? Oh, it was Absol, right? Do we get to see Absol, or do we have to wait for the... Oh, there it is. Whoa. Okay. Another 170... Is 170 HP going to be the basic Mega Health, I guess? Mega Absol, obviously Dark. 2 dark energy, 80 damage. Your opponent reveals their hand. Choose a supporter card you find there and discard it. That's really funny because it's very similar to Mega Absol in the full TCG, which looks at your opponent's hand and you can just pick a card to discard. But this will discard supporter cards and it's only 2 energy. However, the important thing to remember is it's the same issue with Umbreon EX, where 2 dark energy is actually quite a lot because there's no way to ramp it as of yet. Again, all of these sort of thoughts are based on just the cards we know about so far. Also, bear in mind, I believe the Megas, if they do get knocked out, it is going to be 3 points. So a lot of these you do have to look at and think, well, do we want like a normal EX first or 2 non-EX Pokemon? to like get knocked out first, and then your Mega's your last Pokemon. Because something we'll have to see is if you're relying on a Mega, especially the basic ones, to be your opener, then if that gets damaged and then Cyrus, it's just game, right? It doesn't matter about any other points. So we'll see how that goes anyway. Just gonna jump through till we can see other cards. Do we see Ampharos? We do. 210 HP is a stage 2. 100 damage for 2 electric and 1 regular. Again, I don't think electric's that bothered about ramping. There's a lot of ways you can do fun stuff with electric, but again, 1 colorless is very important. One of your opponent's bench Pokemon is chosen at random 3 times. For each time Pokemon was chosen, also do 20 damage to it. Wow. So this will do 60 damage to 1 Pokemon if they only have 1 Pokemon on the bench. So it's kind of doing 160 damage for 3. That's a spread. Mega Ampharos could be pretty good, honestly. The problem is obviously the 100 damage, but 100 damage might not be so bad if you've got 210 health, because one of the problems, or one of the things you have to think about in the game is if you don't one-shot like their big EX or their big main hitter, will you get one-shot, right? Like, that's a big question. Well, probably not with 210 health, right? At least as far as we're aware, it's very unlikely. So it might be okay that Lightning Lancer only does 100 and then 60 to the bench, or, depending on what's on the bench. But yeah, and its 2 retreat cost isn't the end of the world. Okay, that's not so bad. And then we see Furfros with, yeah, okay, they are just different. There's just 3 different Furfros because the cut combinations, right? And this Pokemon takes minus 20 damage from attacks, 2 colorless, deal 50. It's a basic 80 health, 2 energy, so you don't do anything on the first turn. You're not exactly planning on to ramping into this because it's just dealing 50 damage. I think this might just be a for fun card because there's like regular and then there's the different cuts, right? Okay, next. Pidgey means we get Pidgeot, which might mean we get Mega Pidgeot, which is a big deal. Nothing too crazy on the stats. Jirachi's 50 health. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so it's 50 health, 1 energy, sniper, basically. Sure. Again, it's going to feel very... I mean, this might be a big deal if, say, like, Magikarp's really popular, right? You can just run a Jirachi to just snipe it, similar to when everyone was doing Hitmonlee. But it's one of those things where when we're looking at Megas and all these crazy big EXs, and then we look at deal 30 damage for 1 energy, we'll see how that goes. Here we've got Flame Patch. It's just an item. Attach a fire energy from your discard. Whoa. Wow. Okay. This is the type of ramp I like, which is sort of used energy. I say ramp. It's not strictly ramp to an extent, but you know what I mean? Energy recycle. Kind of like oh my god, energy switch and stuff like that, where it's energy you have created. It's just you can either reuse it or use it in different ways. That is a very good card for fire types. So it'll be interesting to see what fire types get. And then we have got Pokemon Tool Citrus Berry. At the end of each turn, if this Pokemon this card is attached to has half of its maximum HP or less remaining, heal 30 damage from it. If you do, discard this card. Wow. So basically, your opponent has to play a weird game of what health do I put this to? Because if you put it too low, then it'll heal 30, and maybe then that's too high for the next turn. Probably won't be a big deal, but it is, to an extent, a preloaded Pokemon Center lady, so it doesn't seem so bad. This might get used. It'll be interesting if anything has, like, berry-specific uses. I don't know if there's like Pokemon that can do something with berries, or maybe something that can like retrieve berries from your discard or something like that. Could be interesting, because you've got to look at this and be like 30 health is a good amount, but it's 30 heal that you can't control. So if you take 40 damage and your Pokemon's 150 health Pokemon, this won't happen, but then you're down to like 110 and then you get one shot, right? So the berry doesn't matter. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. It could be good for like to defend against poison, I guess. And we see the supporters. Here we go. We've got May. Put 2 random Pokemon from your deck into your hand. For each Pokemon you put into your hand this way, choose a Pokemon to shuffle from your hand into your deck. Wow. So it's a supporter Pokemon comms However, I believe the way this will work is you draw the 2 Pokemon from your deck, then you shuffle your whatever 2 back in, or 1, depending on how many you do. And the good thing about this is if you have a bit of a dud draw, you can just throw it back. It's not the end of the world. Where it doesn't mean you have to shuffle them in, then draw. So it's the good way around. So May might be pretty good. We've got heal 70 damage from one of your Caracosta or Jellicent. Well, there's 2 Pokemon we're definitely getting. Heal 70 is great. Heal 60 is strong. However, obviously this has the restriction of we've seen cards that are Pokemon specific be good and bad in different circumstances. So I mean, we'll have to see the Pokemon. And then Lycia, put 2 random basic Pokemon with 50 odd HP or less from your deck into your hand. Wow, really good for babies, because babies are basics, right? Good for, again, if you, although 50 HP or less means a lot of the starters have 60 HP, right? Very interesting card. It's sort of like Buddy Poffin from TCG, but I say it's not better or worse, but like they go to your hand and not to your bench, so that's important. You're not forced to play them out. Also, as well, this just again draws 2 cards, right? Which is pretty big. These 2 cards are very interesting. They're making the game even more consistent, and I'm worried about how quickly games are going to end. And then we do get some of like splashes of cards here. Let me see if here we go. So there's a new Growlithe. There's something with Bouncy Body. Isn't Bouncy Body normally Azumarill? Or is that Jellicent maybe? What else we've got? We've got Goomy with Sticky Membrane. As long as this Pokemon is in the active, is that attacks used by your opponent's active Pokemon cost 1 more for Goomy. Interesting. That's going to be Water Psychic Dragon. That's Torchic. Hydreigon. Once during your turn, you may take 2 Dark Energy from your Energy Zone and attach it to this Pokemon. If you do whoa! And then this does discard all energy to deal 130. Wait, Hydreigon's kind of interesting. Hydreigon with Dawn can actually ramp you in Dark. Huh. Okay, Hydreigon is a stage 2 though, right? To be fair, so we'll look at Hydreigon at some point, obviously. Lilligant, each of your grass Pokemon get plus 20 HP. Not bad. Oh, we have Aegislash. Sorry about the line, guys. Attacks used by your Steel Pokemon. Oh no, Psychic. Psychic Pokemon, Steel Pokemon do plus 30 damage to your opponent's active. Whoa. It's a lot. And we've got Crocodile. I know people love Crocodile. I don't think we have anything more. These cards will all come up. We'll check these cards out tomorrow. Oh wait, it is Jellicent. 2 energy deals 60. If this Pokemon is in the active spot and is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, take a Water Energy from your energy zone and attach it to one of your... Wow, so if this gets attacked and takes damage, you get to just ramp your bench. Huh. And then you've got a card that can heal this for 70? How much HP does this thing have? Does it show us? It doesn't. Okay. Well, really interesting cards, honestly. Very interested. Some of these cards look very strong. There's going to be tons more cards, obviously, because it's a 3-pack set. So we'll see how this goes. A lot of this seems even more potential energy ramp or like energy. Basically, the game might even get faster. Yes, Megas are arguably going to slow it down if they have more base HP. Like we've seen a lot of them have upwards of 210 health. However, if everyone's doing anything faster anyway, then the Megas will get active faster and hit harder and faster. So we'll see how this goes. Exciting cards, though. A lot of those cards seem cool, and we've barely seen any of them yet. So that's a good thing. Obviously, I'm interested in what Megas they're going to bring in. And if all the EXs in this set are going to be Megas, I would guess so. But who knows? We'll find out. So yeah, those are my original thoughts on seeing this for the first time, and no doubt I'll go into more detail on stream, and we'll talk about it on stream. But yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think any of these cards are going to be top tier meta? Do you think so far that Suicune Greninja's gonna go away. We'll have to find out. Let me know what you think in the comments and make sure to hit subscribe. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you next time.